New here tonight, we're listening to your questions about the policy behind the pursuit. I-Team investigative reporter Kylie McGivern has been on this story right from the very beginning. And Kylie, a lot of questions tonight from our viewers about how the Florida Highway Patrol handled this situation.
Yes, Paul, in the hours and now days since the crash, hundreds of comments have poured in, many concerned about law enforcement's chase of Sampson into the heart of one of the busiest parts of the city.
Yeah, we got two that are racing on the highway now.
All the puzzle pieces of the night leading up to that, the chase, all of that, just, I feel like could have been avoided.
Cam Parker was at Bradley's when a crash interrupted his conversation.
Like there was a sentence coming out of my mouth, and the next thing I know, it seems like the building's being ripped up in slow motion.
Changing the course of countless lives.
When everything comes to and everything stops and the dust and the blowback settles, I realize that there's a car right in front of us. There's a young lady pinned between tables and stools and just kind of quite literally crumpled up before me. And she's like, "Don't leave me, help me, don't leave me." I'm like, "I'm not going to leave you because I wouldn't want to be left."
But now Parker and others are left to wonder why Florida Highway Patrol's chase of driver Silas Sampson, captured on video by the Tampa Police Department, came as close to 7th Avenue as it did, breaking off 3 blocks before Bradley's due to the heavy traffic in the area of Ybor City. Court documents released on Wednesday reveal less than 10 seconds prior to the crash, the vehicle was actively fleeing from a traffic stop because the vehicle had been traveling in a reckless manner as observed by the TPD air unit.
FHP's attempting a pit.
The vehicle entered the Ybor City area still fleeing from Trooper Carrasco after an unsuccessful pit attempt. The vehicle was traveling at 92 to 100 miles per hour as it approached the intersection with North 15th Street on East 7th Avenue.
I feel like where the chase stopped or where they retreated could have been miles and miles away.
Shane had stepped inside to go to the bathroom in the moments the crash happened. His friend still recovering after being hospitalized.
Definitely like too close. You'd think with modern technology you could just get their tag or send a drone after them to follow. Like, I don't see why we have to chase them and do all that.
Our I-Team found last year Florida Highway Patrol revised its pursuits policy, giving troopers more discretion to initiate chases. A trooper just has to determine if the suspect is actively fleeing a law enforcement officer or has previously committed a forcible felony. Dr. Roy Taylor also has concerns about the pursuit.
I've been a chief of police in federal, state, local, and private law enforcement agencies for the past 31 years. And I also serve as an expert witness in federal court on police procedure matters.
He criticized FHP's pursuits policy change when it was implemented. Given the concerns that you expressed when FHP passed this new update to its policy, what went through your mind when you saw the video we shared of the crash that happened in Ybor City?
Very unfortunate that number of people that were killed and injured because of this. But, certainly if the pursuit would have remained on the interstate, then the trooper could have continued the pursuit. But as soon as he saw the vehicle exit onto a surface street, he should have immediately disengaged, turned off his lights and siren, and stayed on the highway.
The U.S. Department of Justice released guidelines for vehicular pursuits in 2023. We found some of those recommendations appear to be in conflict with what happened on Tampa City streets November 8th. The report calls a policy that allows officers to pursue someone for reckless driving a more controversial standard, and says a driver who is already operating recklessly may take ever more risks to escape police. The report also says if a suspect begins driving more recklessly after police intervention, it is important to discontinue the pursuit. And it specifically mentions the use of aviation or drones to track a suspect, saying officers should disengage from a pursuit once remote tracking is active.
And especially in this situation, because that video we watched is from a helicopter. So there's a police helicopter already locked in on this person and could have easily coordinated other units to converge and get the same guy stopped. So the result would have been the same. Law enforcement would prevail, but we wouldn't have deaths or injuries.
FHP has expressed, this is the responsibility of the driver.
They still bear some responsibility because They've had an opportunity to try to stop this person. He voluntarily didn't stop, and then they saw him get off on a surface street. That should have been, a red flag that this pursuit is too dangerous to continue, and we need to terminate it as quickly as possible.
And Dr. Taylor hopes this will lead FHP to take another look at its pursuits policy. We reached out to the agency to find out if there are any plans to do that and asked whether they will bring in an outside agency to review all aspects of the crash. We have not heard back. With photojournalist Matt McGlashan, I'm my team reporter Kylie McGivern, Tampa Bay 28.